It was a little nice back
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have them around.
It would be very nice.
Well, thank you everyone for coming. This is the first training of the new academic year, so thank you for being here. I know you're all very excited about Screencastify, this new thing that we've all been hearing about. So hopefully we'll clear up some questions today about it for you. If you are not familiar with how to find out what trainings we're having during the semester, there's a lot of different ways, so let me just show you what those ways are. First of all, we're on 3 separate social medias. We're on Facebook. If you're not following us on there, you should. We're on Twitter, and we are on Google+, which is probably where you RSVP for this event. And that's where you can find all of our events. And then also, if you are just on the SNU website and you say, you know, I don't really want to deal with social media or any of that, that's fine. On the SNU website, if you go to the Online Resource Center, you just pull it up right here. My mouse is really slow. But we have a calendar on there, and you can always just pull it up. So right here, it's snu.edu/online-center-staff, and then over here to the right is our training calendar. So when you click on that, you'll see all the Fridays throughout the semester, and then you can just click on a topic like next week is Effective Learning Objectives with Dr. Dennis Williams, and then it gives you all the details. It tells you where it's going to be. Not all of them are going to be in this room throughout the semester, so make sure when you're RSVPing that you do read that and do see what room it's going to be in. We're going to have 2 guest speakers in October, and they will be in the new conference room on the 2nd floor of the library. So not too far from where we're at now. But if you go to more details in the calendar down here, it will take you right into Google+, and you can RSVP. So if you want to just, you know, start looking at the calendar, that's a good way to do it. It takes you right into our Google+ page right here. And then we do have these little printed sheets you can take to your office too. So we have paper as well. Be sure to sign in here because we do have a couple of prizes at the end. We do have a universal USB port that you could win. It's a rechargeable battery for smartphones as well. And then we have this little Bluetooth waterproof speaker that you can put in the shower and dance to. I know it's really important to teach you all of that. So, Laura is going to come speak to you for just a second about the faculty fact sheets. I don't know if all of you are familiar with that, but some of you are going to be getting gift cards today because you've attended so many trainings. And so if you're curious about that, she's going to help you with that. Let me just pull it up right here real quick. Share the screen for our remote attendee.
I love it.
There it is. All right, Laura.
Okay. Well, I want to just take a few minutes to remind you all of the levels we have for online instruction, and twice a year you should get from me a link to your own personal faculty fact sheet is what we call these. So at any time you can kind of see how you're progressing and what you need to do to reach a new level. And so one of our grant objectives is actually for faculty advancement. And so by providing this training for you, that's one way that you can advance. And as Misti said, these are gift cards for people who've advanced, which is a little more than just attending training. So you can see that you have to teach some courses for us. There's a certain number you need to teach in order to move up. You have to be a mentor at some point for somebody. have successful course evaluations from your students, and then make sure you are submitting course assessments at the end of your course. And that part, I think some people, I think there might be some programs that don't use that, but from our standpoint at the ORC, that's one of the ways we know you've taught something. So we don't always get like the information from the departments as to who's teaching what, and so we don't always know who's taught what. So if you, even if maybe your department or your program doesn't require it, these end of course assessments, there's a link to it here on your sheet. If you can just quickly fill that out, it would be very helpful with us trying to keep track of your courses, because part of moving to a new level is also the courses that you teach. So I just kind of wanted to mention that. So look for those. We send those out in January and around the 1st of June, so you'll know where you're at. And then when we advance people to a new level, that happens before the school year starts. So keep that in mind. And so we do have some people who have advanced this year, and we have an Amazon gift card for them. And I think 3 of the 4 of them are here. So one of them is Mike Parker. So here's your gift card. And Katrina Wynn. Here's yours. And then on the other side of the room we have Royal. So congratulations to all of you all. And then our 4th one is Rosalind Wade. She's not here today, but we'll manage everything. We would trust the HR person, but no, I'm just kidding. So anyway, we just wanted to remind you of that. So not only do you learn great stuff when you come to our training, and a lot of times we feed you some good food, but this also can help you professionally, develop and move up and all that sort of stuff. So. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to hand it back over to Misty, and she is going to show us about Screencastify.
All right, thanks, Laura. All right, so I'm just going to start out with what is Screencastify. All right, so this is a simple video screen capture software for Chrome, and it's actually an extension on your browser on Chrome. Does anybody in here not use Google Chrome as your browser? Use something else? Okay. Firefox, but I could do Firefox. Okay, yeah. As long as you can just pull this up to do your screencast, it shouldn't be any kind of a problem. One of the great things about Screencastify is it does not depend on any plugins like Java or Flash. So Screencast-O-Matic was great in the past. I mean, it's still good, but a lot of times students had difficulties because of the Java and the Flash and all that. So this is one reason why we really like Screencastify. And just one second. And so how do you sign in? So this is key. First of all, we've had this approved by the TAC committee, and so they've had the Screencastify extension pushed to all of the Google Chrome browsers. But in case you don't see it, I'll show you a very simple way to get it up on your browser. But what you'll need to do is sign into the browser. And if you're not familiar with signing into Google Chrome browser, you would just go up here to this tab and make sure that you sign in with your SNU Gmail account. Okay? So if it already has somebody logged in, you would just go to switch person and then click on this. And then it's going to bring up, just like you would see when you log into your SNU Gmail account, and make sure that that's what you sign in with. Because that's how it's going to know to send your videos to your Google Drive and to your YouTube, which is all attached to that SNU Gmail account. So make sure that you're signed in or it won't work. Okay? And let me close this. So if you sign in and you see that it's not up there, first of all, what are we looking for? We're looking for this little film strip icon right here at the top right of your Google browser. It's called an extension, and it's really tiny. Let me see if I can magnify this just a little. It didn't really magnify the icon, but so it's right here. It's this tiny little film strip. If you don't see it, this is what you do. It's really easy. Just type in your search bar on Google. You can type in Chrome Web Store. Then you'll just go into the Chrome Web Store, and you're going to search for Screencastify. Just type it right up here in this box. It will bring it up, and it's right here. Mine's green because it shows that I've already added it, but you would just click on Add to Chrome, and that's all you do. And then you will see it appear right up here, and you'll see that little icon. Okay? All right, so going back to the Gmail page that we all see. So what recording options do you actually have with Screencastify? What all can you do? Well, let's show you here. Click on the film strip icon and get a drop-down box like this, okay? So you can capture 3 types of screens, really. Tab, which is just anything on this tab, obviously. There's desktop, which is anything on your desktop. It's even outside the browser. It can be a Word document. It can be anything you have on your screen, basically, okay? And then there's the camera, which is just you talking. What I like to do for some of my courses is use desktop, but then I go down here and I use this little feature called Embed Webcam. So what that does is that puts me at the lower bottom right of the screen, and they can still see that I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. I am a real person teaching this course, but I'm just not huge on their screen. They see what I'm talking about on the screen, but they still see me kind of in a little box in the corner. So I like that option a lot. So when you first use it, what you'll have to do is do a little bit of setup, and you'll have to tell it, you know, I want to save my videos to my Google Drive. It's just a real quick. It won't even take you a minute, really. It's just check this box. Okay, that's what you want to do. And then you'll set up your microphone right here. You'll just click on this little link beside microphone, and it will give you all the options you have on your computer. And the webcam as well. And then you just select my webcam.
So I can use an external mic.
Huh?
I can use an external mic or a
Yeah,
headset.
as long as it's connected to your computer. Yep. And so how you start your recording is just go down here and say, start recording. And I'm going to choose the entire screen. Share. Okay, so now I'm recording. I am now doing a screencast. I'm going to move this little bar down here because I don't like it. I don't want it to be in my video, so I'll just say hide on that. So anytime I want to pause my video or stop it, I can see up here the red light is on, so I know I'm recording. I'll just click that icon again, and it will give me the option to pause or to stop. Once you stop, it will take it and play. Now I'm recording. So that's annoying. So it takes you there. What it has done is it already has your video in your Google Drive. Right now, it's already there. Bam. What is so nice about having it in your Google Drive? You can access it anywhere. You can be at your computer at work, or you can be at home. You can access your videos anywhere, really. So that's great. And one of the first things I do is I title it at the top. Just click on that. Give it a title first. And then one nice thing is this share button right here. Share. And I can choose to upload it to my YouTube channel. And right here I can tell it to be a public video, unlisted, or private. And just hit upload. And it usually takes a couple minutes, but it's not very long before it's up there on your YouTube channel. Okay. Any questions about that, about where it's uploaded and stored?
You ever have problems where it wouldn't accept your input as far as the volume, like a microphone or anything?
I've not saved it.
No? Was it doing that to you?
Yeah, it would record me, but not.
Yeah, I had that issue, and I just got an external mic, and we have those for checkout. So if you have that problem, you can always check one out.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was a fix or.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You have the option when you're finished to just share that video with someone other than uploading it to YouTube. Like when you share a Google Doc, is there?
Yeah, because it is in your Google Drive, so you can share it from your Google Drive. So you just go to your Google Drive and share that with whoever. Or you can go and grab that YouTube URL and email it to whoever. See, it gives you the URL at the bottom right here. And I can just take that, and I can take that URL, and I can put it in my middle course. I can email it to anybody, whatever I want to do with it. So, but you, the Google Drive, let me show you the Google Drive real quick, and I should see
Well, you
this
can do
there.
it. You can do it from the share too. If you click on the orange share button,
Yeah.
there was a, you could choose YouTube or Google Drive. And I bet if you click on
That's-
Google Drive there,
okay.
it'll change the,
Yeah, so you could do that, but it won't let you do specific people from this point.
Oh.
So, yeah, so you have to actually go into your Drive to do specific people, but from right here, you can tell if you want it just to be public or private, or just people like at SNU or unlisted,
Okay.
from right there.
Because I want students to use it and then just share it with me.
Yeah.
And that would be another.
So they would probably still need to go ahead and go into their Google Drive and do it, or they can email you.
The link, right.
Yeah. As long as they don't mark it private. If they mark it private, you know, you're not gonna be able to see it, so yeah. Okay, so, so let me go back to my Gmail account over here. I'm going to my Google Drive. Screencastify automatically creates a Screencastify folder in your Google Drive, so you know where they're gonna be located. Just go down here, Screencastify. There they are. There's title. It's a WebM file, and it's still kind of downloading. These are some others that I've done. And the nice thing about this is you can also download it to your computer from here. You just right-click on it and go to download. So you can also put it on your computer. So you can do it that way. You can also do closed captions from Google Drive. And if you wanted to do that, because we do know now that really all of our videos have to be closed captioned. And, you know, was it last spring, MIT was in a big lawsuit over some of their videos that weren't closed captions. Well, actually, it wasn't that they didn't have closed captions. It was that some of them were like the auto closed captions and they weren't accurate. So even just choosing the auto closed caption feature is not enough anymore. You have to make sure that they're, I mean, because if you use YouTube a lot of times, you know, it will, you know, sometimes odd language comes up in there and you really don't want to depend on that. You want to make sure it's accurate.
Hey Misty, there's a question. What share should we select for online students to see as part of a class?
Well, you can use, it depends on, are they talking about YouTube or Google Drive?
It doesn't say.
Well, if it's Google Drive, that they can choose the option to just share unlisted, you know, and unlisted is just people with the link can watch it. So it's not like people are going to be on YouTube searching for your video. If you do YouTube, you can make it private except to just people with the SNU Gmail account. So that's an option I like. So I know nobody else is going to watch it. Not that anybody else would really care.
Yeah, so I can just save it to YouTube or Google Drive and put that link in Moodle.
Yes.
And so they can just click on that link and it'll take them to that video.
Yes.
Okay, and then he's saying at Google Drive was his question, was for Google Drive, and he says, why not SNU mail share?
I don't understand the question.
Maybe like why not like the specific people maybe?
Yeah, he can do that.
Okay.
But if it's in a course, you have to remember not always the same people are going to, like if that template is used again and again, it's always going to be different people watching that video. So if you make it unlisted, only people, again, that have that link are going to click on it and be able to watch it.
He says it was an option shown for share.
Okay. So with closed captions, if you wanted to do that from Google Drive, you would just go to Manage Caption Tracks, and then Add New Captions or Transcripts, and then you would just select your file and upload it. And then I believe it will time sync it into your video right there. So.
And does it have to be a TXT file like YouTube or no?
I know YouTube, you have to do, yeah, the plain text. I don't remember actually on here. I could try to upload something else right now and see if it will take anything else. I would definitely just go with the plain text. Unless, let's see if there's anything else on here that I can use. Let me just use this word. It's processing it.
Yeah, that's
So it looks like it, it doesn't have to just be plain text. Might take a while, so. Okay, so going back, let's see if I can go back to that video that I just recorded here. Okay, so let's say you want to edit this video or crop it. From right here, if you hit crop. Okay, now I'm recording. I am now in a screencast. I'm going to move this little bar down here because I don't like it. I don't want it to be my video, so it says hi up now. Screencast, so we're going to have to actually upgrade to do cropping in Screencastify. So that brings me to the license. If you would like to, if you're a faculty member and you would like to purchase a license for this, you can email us at online@snu.edu, and we will try to get you on the list to have a license for Screencastify. And what that will actually do is allow you to do the videos without the time limit, because right now there is a 10-minute time limit. So let me just add to that and say, if you are doing really long screencasts, I don't know if I would really recommend that. 10 minutes is really a good limit on those, on your lectures and things like that. But if you absolutely need to go longer, then please request a license. Also, you won't have the branding that says Screencastify in the top right. So those are some things that the license will give you on that. But if you need to do cropping and things like that, once you upload it to YouTube, you can do everything like that in YouTube. YouTube has some fascinating editing features. You can take pieces right out of the middle or off the ends or off the beginning of the video. You can add music, you can add pictures, you can add slides, you can do all types of things with YouTube editing. So I don't even think with a license you could do that type of editing in Screencastify. I think all you can do at the most is maybe take a little off the end or a little off the beginning. So, anyway, email us at online@snu.edu if that is something that you think you might need. All right, go back here.
Is the time limit only for editing, or is it for in general?
For recording, 10-minute limit. Yeah. So, really good pedagogy says 15 minutes. And because if you're going to do a long lecture, it's good online if you break that up into segments anyway. So 10 minutes is, yeah.
I don't usually do that long, but sometimes my student projects are long.
Oh, longer, yeah. Okay, so you might want the license then.
Well, but I don't think that'd help
That
our
would find
students. Like the student would have to have a
Yeah.
license.
Well,
I'll just
Just have to do
adjust.
it part A, part B.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
I mean, I can do that.
yeah. Okay.
Some of them just get a little carried away.
Then you won't have to watch such long videos.
It
might be better for you.
Overachievers,
So can students collaborate on the same recording video on this? Like if you're doing a team presentation? It's something that I always,
Really, I think the only way they could do that would be a Google Hangout. Unless they both did a video, both uploaded it to YouTube, and they put it together through the editing options on YouTube, which is going to be a lot of work.
yeah, that's a big part of the online, if we could ever find a way where they could easily collaborate and do their team presentations
They
together.
could do that on a Google Hangout. Yeah, they could both be on the
Group of 3 or
Hangout
4 at the
and
same
record
time.
it. And they could both take turns talking, not be in the same location, and it would record. And
So is the editing on this similar? I've updated the Screencast-O-Matic where I get all the editing.
oh
to it.
yeah.
Is it comparable to that?
From what I've seen, it's not.
Not as, because that's great editing.
Yeah, but like I said, I love YouTube, so even if you have the free version of this, it goes right into YouTube, and you can do all those things in YouTube. So I think that's why it doesn't offer
And
that
the
many.
advantage again to this over Screencast-O-Matic is just it doesn't use the Java. Is that the biggest
Right,
issue?
it's local. You can access it, from anywhere. It's on the browser. It stores local in your Google Drive. So it's already synced to your account.
And the upgrade was well worth it.
Yeah.
It didn't cost
Yeah.
that much, and if you teach a lot, it's like cost of doing business.
Yeah. And I for one, love Screencastify.
I do.
But I was just having so many students that
Really?
couldn't use it. So then having them use it in the course just wasn't working,
Okay.
unfortunately. So,
One final question. Is
Yeah.
your video recorded on doing the closed captions? how to do that. Yeah, I know we had a training on this last year, but.
I think I have one, and I can email you the link
Could
on
you?
it.
I need
Yeah.
to see how to do that.
And then we're also gonna have another YouTube session later on too. But are you talking about just the Google Drive? or-
Well, I didn't realize last night till I was talking to Tamara, I was supposed to be putting closed captions. I put videos up all the time in all my classes. I mean, they're constant.
Yeah.
And the students love it, but I'm doing closed captions.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out.
It's okay. We're all trying to.
We're so close caption.
Bye-bye, I see you. I said, carefully walk me up.
I find it,
I'll change my name, teach
I find it easier for me when I'm doing the presentations to write myself a script
Uh-huh.
and read the script and then just upload that. And I'll make, like, as I'm reading through, when I stumble over words or if I realize that I typed wrong and changed it, then I'll highlight those and then go back and change it before I upload. But that way, I find it really time consuming to listen to what I've said and type it again.
Yeah.
So if I read from the script,
Which
then.
probably makes a much more organized presentation.
Exactly, yeah. The first one I did, I was
Especially for me.
rambled on and
Yeah, that's,
I said,
Tell
so this is
jokes.
what, yeah, exactly.
okay.
Well,
I just have to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Do we have to type on the machine? Is that a question?
I'm talking about closed caption.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to my YouTube account and see the video I just uploaded to it from Screencastify. So just go to my channel over here. And,
While you're pulling that up, can you save these out as an MP3? MP4 file, like, that's one nice thing with Screencast. You can do.
now I record, yeah, I am now, you will have to use a, gosh, that's annoying. You'll have to use a video converter to do that.
Okay,
to
it's
say
not an
what you
automatic thing like you can just
Yeah,
upload. Okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
you have to use one, and I do have a couple of suggested video converters that are free to use.
Okay.
I think I have them on this, on the fact sheet for you. Let's see, if I did include it on there. On the back side, there's Handbrake and there's convertonlinevideo.com.
Okay.
And you can convert to an MP4 or
Which is
something like
sometimes students just have issues
Yeah.
and you can at least
Oh, yeah.
give that to them that way.
Yep.
Okay.
that. So you should be able to do it easily through one of those. So if you're here and you're bringing up your video, and let's say you do want to edit it, let's go to this little icon right here, Info and Settings, and then actually we'll just go to Enhancements. And let's say I want to trim a little bit off, just go to Trim.
Mhm.
Okay. And it's really easy. See these little blue bars down here? I'm taking off parts of the beginning. You can take off some of the ending. Or you can just hit it right in the middle and take off something completely in the middle. You know, somebody comes by your office when you're recording, and you're like, oh gosh, I'm not starting over. So just go back and just take that little clip out there. And then it has a clear. If you've messed up on doing that, you can just clear it and start over on that. And then it also
Now I'm
allows you to do a couple of things. It allows you to play with the color and the audio and a couple of things like that, and fast forward it and make it slower or something like that. So yeah, add a filter to it. Those are always fun. Make it black and white or more brightly colored or blur faces. I don't know why you would do that on any of our needs, but anyway. Subtitles and CCs is where you would go to add your closed captions.
Professor.
So I'm just going to choose English to default my language here. And go up here, add new subtitles or CCs. Yes, we've chosen English. Upload a file, or you can do the auto sync transcribe where you press play, you type, it pauses, it lets you type, and then it plays again. But like Mark was saying, sometimes that can take forever and drive you nuts. So sometimes it's just better to have a transcript and read that transcript and just upload it. And then you would just hit set timings and publish, and you are done. And it will place those words at the right time throughout the video. So that's kind of any questions about using it in Moodle? I know we already use YouTube in Moodle, and so you're going to upload it to YouTube, use it the same exact way in Moodle. You can use the insert media option in Moodle and use the WebM file and insert that and use it like that, and that works great too. Any questions on that? I like it. It's up here. If you're not familiar with any of the extensions in Google Chrome, oh my gosh, it's like a candy store. You go to that, like I said, go to type Google Chrome Store. There are all these free things that you can add to the top of your Chrome bar that you can do. And like I have this one right here, awesome screenshot minus, okay? This is really unrelated, but I'm going to show this to you because it's fun. And it's not that it's just fun, but I've used it for so many work-related things, teaching things as well. It'll take a clipping of your screen, basically, and it will save it. But it doesn't just do that. It will do a couple of other things, and it has editing tools that go into it. So that's pretty fun. I like it. I use it for a lot of things.
Did you just put it on your clipboard then? Or how's it?
You can save it as an image file. And so I've used that, gosh, I think I've used that in courses, I've used that in different projects. It just comes in handy all types of ways. But there's all types of extensions that you can add to the top of your bar that are just a click away. And you can use them, wherever you're at. And I would just say this, I only have 3 up there, even though I'd probably like to have 10 because it will slow down your browser a little bit, and you don't want to do that. So just, be moderate with it. But there's a lot of fun things out there with Google Chrome. So anyway, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the reason why we're not really recommending Camtasia, it isn't that you can't use it, it's that they've kind of gone up on the prices and they're no longer providing help support. Like we had an issue the other day and we had, no support to resolve that issue. So it's like, well, if you're not going to help us and you're going to ask for more money, I don't know about this. So anyway, Screencastify, we've come to really like using it, and I hope you will too. And I'm free if you ever have any questions in using it or anything like that, or you can't get it up on your bar, you should be able to really easily. And then I also have a tutorial, a video tutorial on it if you want to use that in any of your courses for your students. Quick way to show them how to use it. I have that I can send to you as well.